French President Macron sues podcaster Candace Owens over claims his wife is a man. I mean, if y'all did any type of any cursory research, you would know that she has a lot to stand on there. She has a lot of evidence to show that. But I didn't know they can do that. I didn't know another president in another country can sue someone for saying something like this. But you barking up the wrong tree. You coming for Candace, she's going to expose you. She's going to show all the evidence behind this, and it's going to become even bigger. So we're gonna play the clip and hear what CNN has to say about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, let's get right to the clip here. Here we go.
The lawsuit claims that this has been a year-long campaign by Candace Owens. Why are the Macrons suing now? Like, what changed? Why sue now?
Well, this was really a last resort. We have attempted to engage with her for the last year, putting evidence in front of her, request after request after request, that she just simply do the right thing. This is not a legal thing. Do the right thing. Tell the truth. Stop.
She has been showing lots of evidence to prove that. And look, that is a man. Come on, man. We all know that man had Macron back when he was in like 14 years old. I mean, we all know that. Come on, man.
Stop spreading these lies. And each time we've done that, she mocked the Macrons. She mocked our efforts to set the record straight. She refused to retract what she had said. She started a merch campaign. She's selling T-shirts mocking and celebrating her defamation of them. And enough is enough. It was time to hold her accountable for this campaign.
So your lawsuit alleges, quote, every time the Macrons leave their home, they do so knowing that countless people have heard and many believe these vile fabrications. It is invasive, dehumanizing, and deeply unjust. Some people out there might think, really, the first couple of France can't leave their home in France without worrying that people believe the deranged nonsense from this American podcaster?
Yeah, what people don't really understand, and a lot of people can go on TV and talk about the president, talk about the first lady, pundits can get on and talk about them, but what people forget is these are human beings. These are a married couple. They have a social life, they have a private life together, they have the same feelings and the same hurt from these sorts of defamatory statements as anybody.
I mean, you are the president of a country, man. Why are you worried about some podcaster here in the United States? You're soft as cookie dough, but they're French, so what you expect? You know what I'm saying? If it ain't true, why worry about it? Why are you worried about it? I mean, we call Barack Obama's wife, Michelle Obama, worse things than worse things to say about her or him. Some people we call him Michael Obama, but then you got a French president who can't take the heat. Are you serious? You're the president of a major a G20 country, and you're suing a podcaster. Are you for real?
Would, and it does have a material impact on them. It is, it's incredibly upsetting to have this said year after year, and this sort of falsehood is a cancer, and it metastasizes into obviously the media, but it also metastasizes into other circles that they're running in. They get asked about it, of course, even in the circles that they run in. They get asked about these campaigns, and they shouldn't have to go through that.
It's pretty horrible.
Wow.
She also engages in Holocaust denial and all sorts of anti-Semitism.
Oh, here you go.
She just posted a video.
Here you go. She's never said she's never denied the Holocaust. She doesn't say anything anti-Semitic. He just throwing these things out there and don't give any examples of that. This is why you can't trust CNN. And it's the same scumbag that all of a sudden decided to write a book about Joe Biden mental acuity when he used to poo-poo it. He was poo-pooing it when we were talking about it years ago. Man, what a scumbag. What a scumbag.
Reacting to the lawsuit, she calls it a, quote, obvious and desperate public relations strategy. What's your response?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank her for that reaction to the lawsuit. She's only helping us with our claim for punitive damages by expressing no remorse and obviously doubling down on these falsehoods. But I don't think she's going to feel the same way about this being a public relations stunt after her deposition and after she has to sit for trial.
So you're...
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait for discovery. We not gonna find not one shred of evidence of Macron's wife being a little girl. Absolutely no evidence whatsoever. This person just appeared out of nowhere, man, and the evidence will show that.
You're alleging that Candace Owens made these allegations despite knowing that they were false. I don't know that she knows they're false. I mean, she says a lot of crazy, just completely insane, hateful stuff about Jews, about the Holocaust, about I don't know what she knows to be true or not. She says a lot of lies. How do you know that she's lying as opposed to...
Again, note, he never gives an example of these lies. This is what they do. They call you all types of stuff, anti-Semite, all these other things, but then won't give you an example of why that's the case.
A deeply disturbed individual. Well, it could be both, of course.
It's one of the reasons why our complaint is 219 pages long. We wanted to lay out exactly that. We wanted to explain to the court and we wanted to explain to the people that will see our lawsuit how we can prove that she knows it's false. We allege that there's evidence that she knew it was false when she started this campaign over a year ago. She started relying on things she knew was discredited. But then over the past year, when we have put this information directly in front of her, even if you want to give her a pass for the early crazy stuff that she said, after we put facts and information in front of her, black and white, multiple times.
What? Like her, the first lady's birth certificate? Like what kind of facts?
Yeah, we have laid out extensive evidence in our complaint demonstrating that she was born a woman. She's always been a...
Where's the birth certificate? Notice he never said no. We didn't. Notice he didn't say we gave her a birth certificate and all this stuff. Notice he didn't say that.
Woman, and the allegations of CIA control conspiracy and the incest and all the other things are demonstrably false. Putting aside the fact that they are all inherently implausible, what you said at the outset is obviously really important. In our system, if you're making an inherently implausible allegation, the standard is higher. You have to come forward with better evidence if you're going to say it. She has none of it. All she's done is mock them and ridiculed them and repeated it.
There are a bunch of these hate mongers out there that have been saying the same thing about Michelle Obama.
Yo, if your lawyer got shifty eyes like that, you might want to find another lawyer. That dude got some shifty eyes, man.
The former First Lady of the United States. Do you think she should sue?
Well, I haven't looked at her claim, but I believe that everybody has a right to their reputation, and I think our Constitution makes that very clear. Defamation is not protected by the First Amendment, and if it's impacting Michelle Obama or anybody else, they have a right to access our court system and have a trial. In our system, that's the way we determine truth or falsity. We do it in court, we do it with rules, we do it with legal standards, and it's a place where evidence matters. And that's why we've taken Candace to court where we can actually have a trial on the truth.
You're asking for...
No, they're trying to bully her. They're trying to bully her, and I think it's gonna backfire on them because you have to prove that she's lying and she doesn't have evidence. But I think she has the evidence.
Punitive damages, how much money do you want, and do you want her to apologize?
Well, we'd love an apology, of course. A court can't order her to apologize, and based on her conduct, especially today, we don't expect her to do anything other than double down. We'll put forward our damage claim at trial, but if she continues to double down between now and the time of trial, it'll be a substantial award.
Well, can you give me an idea? Are we talking about, I mean, the last time you were involved in something, the settlement was $787.5 billion. That was Fox News for their many, many lies about Dominion software. Fox News.
Wow.
But are you looking for that kind of settlement? She doesn't have $787.5 million.
Well, you look at what happened with Alex Jones, and there are juries understand that there is an inherently large value to somebody's reputation. And if you're going to say these vile things, and if you're going to repeat them to a significant audience, as she has over 5 million followers, And her lies have metastasized into actual publications. So we see other publications that pick up on it and they report on it. And when you ask them, when we reached out to them and say, what's your basis for this? They point back to her.
What are the other publications?
They're detailed in the complaint. We've seen Newsweek, New York Post, and others have pointed to her as the source of their reporting on this.
But they're asserting it as if it's true based on what Candace Owens is saying?
They repeat what Candace has said, and they cite her as a source. And so when they...
Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi just went out. Give me a second. That's weird. Normally I don't have any issues. It must be something with Google. Hold on one second. Let me refresh this. Wow, it was getting good too. There's only a couple minutes left. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. Sorry about that, y'all. I can't play the rest of it. I'll leave a link in the description to watch the last 50 seconds or so that's left in this interview here. But it's crazy that they stooping this low. They're stooping this low. It makes no sense to me. Hold on a second. Let me switch monitors here. There we go. Let's finish. I can do it like that. Let's finish the rest of this. Sorry about that. Oops. Here we go. Last few seconds here.
They fall back on her, but she is at the epicenter of this campaign. That's why we picked her. That's why we're going for her, is because she is the one whose lies are metastasizing and spreading. And she, under our system of defamation, is liable for all those republications.
Are you not worried at all that the fact is that this is a disturbed individual, Candace Owens, who loves attention, loves the fact that we're talking about her on CNN? She doesn't, whatever happened to her as a child, like, she doesn't care that the attention's negative. She just likes it.
Yeah.
And you're bringing her more?
Yeah. I mean, it obviously goes.
All right, so something's going on with my internet. Sorry about that. There's only a few seconds left, but I'll leave the link in the description, y'all, if y'all want to watch the rest of it. Let me know what y'all think about this. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.